So now let's look at why. Why did three people get an email in this instance? Well, let's go up to accounts receivable and go into customer maintenance. And I'll bring up the DeRosa Mangold customer that I set up for myself. Notice the email address on the face of the page is aaron@derosamangold.com. When I created my sales order, that defaulted in that email. If that's all I did, I would have been able to send an email automatically to Aaron without really doing a lot of any extra work, really, from the sales order perspective, just having the email address there. If I did not have this email address here, I could have typed one in when I was taking the sales order. And of course, if I'm not, if I'm talking to someone else and I want to deliver it to someone else, I could alter that and change it on the fly from the header. But now in 4.3, I get a new button in customer maintenance. I get a paperless button. If I click on that button, bring this down where you can see it, I get some documents listed here. Now, right now, under a customer, you're just seeing SO invoice and SO order. That's because in the system options, that's all I've really turned on. Could also have accounts receivable invoices here. Those are related to a customer as well. Obviously, you wouldn't see things like purchase order. Those would be related to a vendor master file. Let's go in and take a look at the sales order and see how it's set up. So if you notice, this setup is specific to each form. So for this form, the sales order, I have print, delivery options, and email, but no fax. I can also put a password that the customer knows to protect that document when it's emailed to them. This is particularly helpful for the payroll direct deposit form. You'll probably want to password protect those documents, so people getting those emails have to type in a password to see their direct deposit form, just for their own sake and their own protection. Obviously, the password I type in here, the customer needs to know, or the vendor needs to know, or the employee needs to know, because that's the password they need to know to open the document. Again, it's being stored in the customer master file. And again, I can select all three delivery methods. If I never want to print them to paper, I can turn this off. Okay? Let's go to email. Now, under email, I can just say use the email address and data entry. That's going to default, again, to Aaron because he's on the customer master file, and that's going to default into sales order entry. Or I can put no default there and type someone in every time I take an order. But I can also say to use the customer email address, which is the one that was, again, defined on the header page of the customer master file. I can also elect to send it to additional contacts. Now, I've got Aaron actually set up here 3 times. He was in the sales order header. I'm saying to use that one. He was also set up on the customer master file. I'm saying use that one. And I also said to list them here as under the contact code. But if you noticed when we looked at the email earlier, and I can bring that back up, it was only sent to Aaron once. It was not sent to him 3 times. The reason it was sent 3 times was 2 other parties. So even though you've got the same email address in a couple of different places, on the header, here, and down in the contact codes, it's smart enough to know not to send that 3 times. But it is sending it to another customer contact. This is Mike, myself. Because for whatever reason for this customer, this other person, maybe this is the purchasing person, wants to get copied as well. Now, down here at the bottom, you have additional email addresses that you can just literally type in. You can use this for anybody. This could be directed to the salesperson or the sales manager or the account manager for this customer account in your company. So it can literally be whoever you want to list there, but for whatever reason is not a customer contact. So that's how we accomplished this email actually being sent to multiple parties without anyone having to do anything there. Now let's take just a real quick look at some of the paperless office form maintenance that was set up. If we go down into form maintenance and open up that window by company, so we'll go to the ABC distribution company, by module, go to the sales order module, and by form. So we'll go to the order form. You can turn on or off electronic delivery and who the email address is from. So, for example, this one could be sales at ABC Distribution. In the purchase order module, I could say it's from purchasing at ABC Distribution. So I can actually have a different from email address for each one, or I could actually put the lady or the gentleman who's in charge of that area on that. The additional button here is just for direct deposit, so that would only apply when we're looking at the direct deposit stub document. So we'll go ahead and close this down. And then below form maintenance, you also see electronic delivery message maintenance. If I go into this, by document type, so let's go into customer forms, by company, let's go into ABC distribution, by module, sales order, and by document, an order. I can actually create a custom message pretty much for each form company combination that I have in the system. And this is where the message got its text. The subject matter, that was the subject on the email, ABC distribution order, dear customer name, thank you for your order, attached is your document, document number, dated, document date. And again, to do this, you simply just type in this field and you drop whatever field you want to merge in. For example, if I want to drop in the bill to name, and then it drops it in. So very easy to set this up, very intuitive. And then we'll go ahead and just accept that. And close it out. That concludes our presentation, how to electronically send forms in 4.3. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation. If you have any questions, you can email us at sales@derosamangold.com or call us at 877-772-2980 and ask for support. If you'd like to speak to me personally, my name is Mike DeRosa, and you can email me at mike@derosamangold.com. That's DerosaMangold.com. You can also reach me at 877-772-2980, extension 205. Thanks so much for your attention today, and please let us know if we can help you.